Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun. Playing as Italy. Hope you're having a great time watching the series. I'm having fun. Trying to do something I've never done before. Possibly we're going to form the Roman Empire. Definitely not for a lot of episodes, but that's the dream. This episode, we get to deal with taking out Bohemia. Well, no, clearly we're not going to eat it all, because that would be ambitious even for me. But because we have the ability now to core provinces that aren't necessarily adjacent to us, we can go in and snipe provinces we need. So from Bohemia, there are 3 provinces that we need. 2 of them are on our borders. However, the third one, Biden, is not. It's in Austria proper. Unfortunately, it's in a state as well where all the other provinces are further away. And the province next door closest to us, Sopron, is in a state all of its own, which is a little bit annoying. I don't think I'd want to take this entire state. This province is potentially tempting, though. Anyway, we'll deal with that when we get there. We have to win the war first. I'm just super glad that Poland wouldn't jump in, because I do not want to break that alliance yet. We're going to have to eventually, but we don't want to yet. And this might seem kind of strange, but the first thing I'm going to do is nothing. I'm going to see what they do. They have 48,000 troops. That's grassland. So that I am more than happy to jump in on. And we're going to take really everything that we have and generally have it go in that direction. Because, yeah, right on cue, there's more Bohemian troops. However, they didn't even have a chance to help defend that. They were stack wiped immediately. We can't get to Smolok, though, because there's a fort here in Bax. So we're going to start sieging that out. Where's the big siege leader? You have 4 points of siege, so you're going to start going over there. You have 3 points of siege and another 16 cannons, so you're going to go join him. You, my friend, I need to go to a province with a really high supply limit. You're going to go there. 40 will do. You will do. We're just trying to spread out a little bit so we just don't burn hundreds of thousands of men unnecessarily. We're also hoping that Russia doesn't join the coalition. So my only concern really is that they could theoretically join a coalition. That would be pretty spicy. However, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but I'm not that worried about them. They just have numbers. And if Russia was to declare war on us in a coalition, Poland would definitely defend us. Absolutely no doubt about it. The Timurids would defend us. Which, I mean, they'll lose to Russia, but they've just got a lot of land. Bengal would defend us, and they would... I'd probably have to open borders with Jaunpur to let the Bengali troops through, but they have thick end of 200,000. I'm not that worried. I'm really more worried if all of Europe gets in. This is more dangerous than Russia, as weird as that potentially sounds. An admiral died, and a general died. What great timing. Where was that general located? I have no idea, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. And we're just going to give this 40k stack a new general. 4464. Yeah, we'll take some of that. Our big naval stack. Where are you? There you are. We probably want to move you over here to start annoying Russia. Do I want to do that preemptively? No, I probably shouldn't. I mean, you can. There's no consequence to doing so, but I don't feel like that's the right... It doesn't feel right. We'll move our fleet over to Finisterre, though. No consequence with that. Brunswick and Bohemia don't even have a navy because they're landlocked, so we don't even have to worry about that. Bohemia is borrowing troops from Bavaria. That's fine. We'll just keep an eye on where they go. There's only 22,000 of them, so them in isolation is an absolute non-issue. Somalia and France are no longer in a peace treaty with us. That's fine. Where is this 22k stack going to go? We could have troops come in through Bavaria to attack us. We just have to watch our west-hand side, but I'm not that worried. Yeah, you can spend 4 grand on that. That's fine. Where are you going? To Chur? Chur's a mountain, right? Yeah, it is. But we're going to sit on a mountain, roughly in the same area, and see where you go. We can move our 41k stack just over a little bit. It doesn't have to proactively do anything. But we can just start walking in that area. We are getting attrition, obviously. I'm tempted to speed this up by breaching the fort. So we can just, yeah, spend 45 military points, breach the fort. That's increased our siege chance really by double. So I think that's the way to go. I don't see anybody protecting you. So if I could get into the 3 leagues territory, I'd just bop you. But for some reason, this is allowed to happen. Troops that are loaned to you are allowed to go in provinces that you in the war can't. And it doesn't really feel right for that to be a thing that can happen, but it sure can happen. Oh, monument in Cairo. Well, we're going to get 17 points in everything across the board, which is pretty nice. We weren't at maximum because we had to placate client states just to make sure they didn't do anything stupid. Now we can go after the fort. Well, let's go for the 50k stack because their leader's not as good. Let's see if he defends them. You guys can just go straight for it, in fact. Okay, nope. So that's a stack wipe. Yeah, our nation has some pretty good war stats for one that's not actually Germanic. We have nearly... Well, actually, we have more than 50% more morale than them, and we have slightly more tactics. So we're going to be doing more damage to them and scaring them with our superior morale. Yeah, their troops have run into Poland. We're going to have 2 stacks. Well, I was going to say try and hunt them down, but that's a real pain. We're going to have those 2 stacks go for the mountains. Those 2 stacks go for Nov Sankey. And then these 2 stacks are going to go for Verdun. And the last 2 stacks I'm not going to move yet because I don't want everyone to move into the same province at the same time and attrition each other. Something like that. Yes, we're going to cost a lot of manpower. Oh, our Theolete. Yeah, our oldie that we had to hire has died. We do have an Inquisitor, so we're going to take one because our religious unity still isn't that great. It's in the 80s. It's been hovering between the high 70s and the mid 80s, almost all the way for the last 200 years. So if we could help with that, I would like to. We're going to do a very, very cautious siege. So we're autonomously going to siege this area of Bohemia, but we're going to do it with 2 full stacks. So it'll still be very heavy on the attrition, but they still have 88,000 troops, and I don't know where they are. So I don't want to split up and get wrecked as a result. I'd rather cost myself some more manpower because of my crazy number than have a whole stack bopped. There's Brunswick's stack. Try and say that 10 times quickly. We also don't know if they're going to just come down into France, and that's why we still have 2 stacks in proximity, just in case. But this should be reasonably easy. We're still having more revolution spread, which is annoying, but we just... sheer number of provinces. We're not going to have to deal with that to such a serious degree. Yes, we're going to have to deal with the unrest, which is stinky. But we have so many troops that really it's not that big a deal. Russia has finally got out of their war. I'm hoping they don't join a coalition against us, but if they do, again, not a critical disaster. Now we have to move to Trenkin. You guys not have a military leader? Oh yeah, you do. Okay. I was gonna say that would have been a bit of a mistake if I'd taken 100,000 troops without a military leader. That would have been a lot of attrition for no reason. I think we just saw 50,000 Bohemian troops in Brno. But at least we know roughly where they are. Veden's siege has completed. I don't want the 3rd stack, just those 2 will do. Move to Linec. We're going to smack that Brunswick stack on the way through. Yeah, there is the Bohemian stack, and they didn't even bother to defend Brunswick. I'm not surprised by that. Siege has been completed in Maramaros. Let's start heading towards Olomouc. We still can't reach this Bohemian stack, so we're just going to wait. And it's funny that, yeah, Bohemia hired Bavaria, who are just sitting in the 3 leagues space, just doing absolutely nothing. Nothing like spending, what was it, like 20 gold a month on them to do nothing? Oh well. Let's go for Praha next. Are they going to defend Praha? I thought they might, but nope. No, they did not. So our autonomous sieges can go further north, because it would appear that Bohemia just isn't going to do anything. Which I'm not upset by, but I am a little bit surprised. The AI has just decided that it doesn't know what to do, so it's going to do nothing. Also, why do we have 134,000 troops in here? Oh, because we have an autonomous sieging stack in for some reason. Thanks for attritioning me for absolutely no reason, matey. Very kind of you. Okay, the peace treaty with Spain just ended as well, so we have to keep an eye on that too. Because I would be very surprised if they didn't join a coalition against us. They do have a reasonable number of troops again. They have 231,000 troops. So they outnumber us about 4-1 in the peninsula right now. So I would rather they not get involved. Oh good, Armenia's finally helping me carpet siege as well. Took them long enough. Better late than never. This is going very, very easily. And Bohemia already has low war enthusiasm, so... Yeah. Yeah. We're carving through them like a knife through butter. Which one of you is the... Okay, so the 42,000 stack is the one I don't want. Everybody else, let's go to Lenis and see if I can catch at least one of the stacks. Siege of Praha is done. Which one is 35k stack? We don't want you. Go and take out Pilsen and take out the 58k stack preferably as well. Yeah, look at that. They're just getting carved. Oh, interesting. Spain has entered the Treaty of Support for Independence with the 13 colonies. So the 13 colonies is a British colony. And they have now got 100% liberty desire because Spain is backing them to try and break away from Britain. We would rather that not happen, if possible. We want the Spanish colonies to break, not the British ones. Because that's going to drag me into a war I don't really want to do. Also, Bohemia is generating troops. I just don't know where they are. And we're absolutely smashing them up. Yeah, they are generating lots and lots of troops, but we're just plowing through them constantly. And stack wiping everything we run into. This isn't going to be the case against every nation we get into a war with, but it would appear that the Bohemian army is not very good. Nicely, this will slow them down. Poland won't attack them, even though they should. But other nations in the Empire might look at Bohemia as a weak stack and maybe fight them internally. I think we might even be able to start once you've moved anyway. Yep. We'll start saying we want all this claimed as well. Brunswick only has 1 stack. It's a small nation in the grand scheme of things. It's only 3 provinces, so really there is nothing it can do. And Bavaria's lone stack is still just sitting politely in the 3 leagues territory, just for whatever reason. The lime green on this Bohemia brown looks horrendous, by the way. Aesthetics are not great for this one. 53k stack? Oh, he's going to try and run away. Come back, we want to wipe you. Pretty please? No, he's fleeing. Where's he going? I would rather I'll try and stack wipe you first if I can. That's wood, so I will get a penalty, but it won't be a massive one. What's the stats look like? Yeah, it's a -1 penalty, and we still... Well, we might not stack wipe them. It might be close, though. Oh! We did have the rebels fire in Russia. Something that I did on a whim for fun. Did cause revolts to happen. They're nowhere near enough of them. Like, they needed the revolt way more aggressively than this. But that'll keep Russia occupied for a bit. We're not going to support them. Yeah, we didn't stack wipe that Bohemian group. Yeah, we're not going to be able to stack wipe that. Oh, I guess we'll go help our client state or our vassal in getting that sieged out. Lenice is completed as well. Why is everybody here? The 42 and the 35. No and no. Can I get over here yet? Not really. Not in an easy way, so I'm just going to wait. Does somebody have really high supply limit in here? 65 is not bad. But it would still cause attrition. 55. 46. I would have thought Poland would have more supply than that, but meh. Volgast, will you let us go through? Yes, this will cost us a Diplo point. I don't really care too much. It's fine. It's just going to speed the process up of taking out Bohemia. Lose 100 ducats? Oh no! Whatever will I do? Yeah, you guys can't really go anywhere that makes sense. So we don't need this many troops anymore. Let's start just moving them back. So one stack is going to go to Constantinople, the other one's going to go to Rome. Yeah, we have so many troops in the area that we just do not need them all. We also have a debate in Parliament we need to do. What do we want? I don't need another Inquisitor. I don't really need another merchant. We're already swimming in money. I don't really need any of this. However, I will take less land attrition just because it means we'll have more manpower. Lose sailors, I'm absolutely fine with that. Lose church power, absolutely. Lose sailors. Lose a little bit of manpower. Normally I'd say no, but we have so much it's fine. Gain some war exhaustion. Definitely bribe an MP. I don't... Well, it's less than one Republican tradition, so we will do that. Grant mining rights is okay, because I'm probably going to reduce inflation anyway. I'm not allowing that. Let's get some sailors in there. Go up to what? 75% chance? Well, we'll gain a little bit more inflation and corruption. I don't really like granting local autonomy. I'd much rather pay a little bit of diplomatic reputation. Not reputation, tradition. Don't want to pay reputation right now. We're probably going to have way more military points than anything else, so military support I will also do if it's in here. Seems we only had one. I don't really want to do diplomatic, so we'll do an admin one. Okay, perfect. Statesman gains power. I'm just going to sacrifice the prestige. I don't really want to have to hire another one. So you're lucky that I'm being kind. Foreign embassies just makes our diplomatic advisor cheaper. It's fine. I probably should have cleared, reduced our inflation first, but meh, the difference is like 2 points. It's not a big deal. We're already at 90% war score. I don't even think we need to go any further than this, and I'm not going to. Because there's no point wasting manpower when we don't need to do so. So in terms of what we need, let's confirm first. Let's make sure we don't make a mistake. So we need 3 provinces. The 3 we absolutely need are these 3. This is the bare minimum. That's 34 war score. Doesn't really tilt the balance in any way, so I'm just going to take this province in between because it makes it easier to get to. Do some war reparations. Is there any treaty in here that we really care about? No, there's absolutely none. Releasing nations is of no interest to me. I could cancel Brunswick, but I have to spend so many points for that. It's fine. We're just going to revoke some cores. Ask for a boatload of cash. And we're going to say, just stop guaranteeing Bavaria, because it just makes the treaty longer. So that'll do. It's a 90% war score treaty. They can't do anything with us until 1746. And we didn't take a huge amount of land, so I'm hoping they might just not reform the coalition. I'm not sure how likely that is, but we'll see. We'll start moving some troops back around. And then once they all pile up together, we'll start moving them around again. We can have them spread out. The Mamluks, we do have 23 spying power, which is adequate for what I need. So let's see if they will be willing to just give us that province. They will. That's all I want from them. That's perfect. That's all I wanted. And 2 maneuver will probably prevent that being attrition. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, that means I don't have to go to war with the Mamluks in the future. All the other provinces I don't need to form the Roman Empire, so I'm okay with not declaring on them. It turns out we do have attrition there, I guess, so we'll just move next door to the province that we won't get attrition from. That works fine for me. We need to start splitting some of these troops away. 42k stack, go over here. 33k stack, go to Rome. 42k stack. Go over to Brittany. 35k stack, go down towards Spain. 43k stack, also go down towards Spain, because they might declare on us or we might declare on them. I haven't decided yet. That is to be determined. We declared on Spain right now. We definitely want to bring Britain in on that one. Portugal we don't want to straight away. Afterwards, sure. Straight away, no. They would bring in France, which we do need the French... we need that province, so that's useful. Everybody else is moot. So maybe we will go for Spain next. We're going to wait, though, because I want to see if people start joining a coalition against us. They may not. We'll only see in due course. This is a 56k stack. That's a pretty big stack. Let's go to a place with a really high supply limit. The general died. We'll deal with that in a moment. Yeah, we don't have many diplomatic points, and we're only gaining 6 a month, even with a maximum strength advisor. But we can at least get rid of Volgas open borders at this point. That'll give us another one back. There we go. And what percentage are we on with Armenia? We're at 15-ish%, so we're making progress, steady progress. Interesting that there are still rebels in the Russian territory that they haven't done anything about, which is great. Like I said, the more that they can wreck things, the better. Russia has no manpower right now, so the more damage they do, the harder it is for them to do anything else, and they're less likely to get into a coalition that way. There are lots of reasons why we're happy that we did that. Is there anybody other than Spain that we'd want to declare on straight away? I don't think so. I think they're the right target. Yeah, we don't need anything from a gem. We don't need anything now from the Mamluks. We do need things from Poland, but we're not going to worry about that yet. We do need things from Britain, but again, we're not dealing with that right now. We will have to start thinking about when we're going to break our alliances, though, because the thought is we could potentially have Spain try to break the 13 colonies away from Britain first, but I don't think so. Also, how many ships do they have? 195. What that means, practically speaking, is we're going to have to bump up our navy. But I'm thinking, rather than making just more on the same group, we should probably make another one. We have 43 potential room right now for more ships. We're going to have to get more buildings in. If we go into buildings and go by, we want a great ship, grand shipyard, I think it's called, yeah. Do that. That should probably increase it by about another, what, 10, maybe 20. We're going to start producing a fleet that is going to be template name Doom number 2. And we're going to have just 40 heavy ships. We're not even going to have any galleys in this one. It's just going to be 40 heavy ships. And we're going to build them. Wow, the game does not like the fact that I put that there. We're going to start building them over here. That's going to be an expensive process. But it's fine. We have the money to burn. So we're going to start with 40 and then see how we are from there. Because we're going to need more ships. Because remember, it's not just England we'd eventually have to go on. Or Britain. We'd have to deal with all of its colonies. All of which, the ones that are, you know, not inland, have significant numbers of ships in and of themselves. So we're going to need big numbers. We're also going to have to make use of our transport ships, of which we have more than enough. That's a little bit annoying. Sabotaging our diplomatic reputation is annoying. I'm not happy about that one, because it's going to slow down our ability to annex. But that is also why we went diplomatic, because if the game wants to do rude things like that, we will be able to gain more reputation to circumvent that problem. Do we have anything in here? Well, we might as well pass the Act of Uniformity at this point, because we have all of the important institutions, so we might as well just get more conversion speed for free, essentially. Okay, well, Spain's clearly going to have to be the target. We have to get all of Spain, which stinks, but what are you going to do? So we're going to get Britain in. We're not going to call in Portugal. That would be a mistake right now. And we're going to attack straight away. So we have enough troops coming over that will be fine. We're going to be temporarily a little bit short-handed, but it's fine. We do also have a lot of stacks here with no military leaders. We're going to borrow a couple. So these two stacks have 4433 and 3332. So we can have 3332. You can have, what was it, 4432. Yeah, it was those two leaders. We have some leaders in proximity. We're going to start having a stack go towards Madrid. This stack is going to go into Burgos. This stack is going to stand behind them just in case. These two stacks are going to go for Navarra, because that's one of the harder ones to siege because it's on a mountain. They do have a lot of troops, but again, we stack quite them, because one thing the AI loves to do, and I understand why, but one thing it loves to do is just pile artillery late game. But the problem is, if you have almost all artillery and nothing else, your troops actually become quite bad in combat. Because as soon as cannons end up in the front line, they are hopeless. They are really, really bad when you put them on the front line. And if Spain wants to go over and start sieging that out in the corner, I am A-okay with that. That is an absolute non-issue. In fact, I'm going to have these two random stacks just go over and annoy them. And Madrid has already been sieged. Don't get me wrong, it's only a level 1 fort. But that's still quite embarrassing. Brittany left the coalition against us. It was that bad. Yeah, these two stacks are so scared of our stacks that they are running away into Portugal. And the Siege of Navarre is already done. Level 4 fort. I want to point that out. You're going to start carpet sieging this area. I highly doubt they have any significant troops in this area of the world, but just in case they do, we'll tag it. This group of 23,000 troops can also start being on auto siege. I don't even need them against this group. Yeah, our stats are just out of their league. They have even any forts down there? I don't think they do. No, they don't. Okay, well, this is going to be easy. We'll use this 56k stack to go hunt down that 39,000 Spanish group. Yeah, we've gone through Bohemia like a knife through butter, and it appears we're really going the same way against Spain, which is a little bit of a surprise. They have a lot of troops and they have a lot of colonies, which we will not be dealing with. But I wonder if they have a lot of troops elsewhere. Spain must have just defeated the rebels. Sorry, Russia must have just defeated the rebels that I put there. But it would have caused them to waste a lot of time, so I am A-okay with that. This group, where are you moving? You're moving to the Algarve, so you're going to go there and box them in. But I'm tempted first to go and bop that 20-odd K stack. You can start carpet sieging as well. You two can start coming up to Leon, because that is still a fort. And then, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to box these troops in. I don't see any sign of a navy anywhere nearby. And we're just going to collectively stack wipe them, hopefully. Yeah, they're just hopelessly outgunned. And they just have way too many artillery. Again, classic AI mistake, but it's still an AI mistake. And we'll start moving out of the way. We don't even need that many troops over here anymore. They're down to 66,000 troops. The British are down in Africa. I don't see any Spanish troops anywhere. They're probably overseas, in which case I don't care. They do have holdings in the East Indies. Yeah, there's 19,000 troops. But over here, like, I'm never going to come over here. I don't need to. So, unless I want to invite I could invite Portugal in and just have them go and annoy them. I'm going to wait until I siege everything out in the center of Iberia first before we do that. Yes, in theory, they shouldn't claim, like, England shouldn't claim anything down here. If they want to start claiming things over here, that's fine, but it's funny, they're actually giving the claims. They're giving these provinces over to my vassal state. Which makes... I mean, it makes some sense, but it's funny that the AI will do that. I don't need any of the Spanish holdings down here, right? No, it's just a couple of the Portuguese. Okay, yeah, so I don't really care what happens in the African holding that Spain has. None of my business and not my problem. Seven of the heavies have been built, I can see there. Split these guys up so they're not attritioning each other to death. 45, that'll do. Grand shipyards are starting to be completed. I can't believe how long these two provinces are taking to siege out. I'm genuinely surprised by that information. Four grand shipyards. Thank you. I could take my naval stack and go over and harass some of the Spanish colonies, but I don't really want to do that because I want them to try and break away from Spain. I want Spain to get wrecked so thoroughly that they decide that they want to try and break away. But the problem is For whatever reason, Spain's just got a really good handle on its colonies, and it has all the way through the game. No matter what's happened, they just seem to always be in control, and I don't really know how or why. We have 2 diplomats. Let's get one out to the allies again. Good, it's not defaulted the Bengal this time. Our siege has been completed at Leon eventually, so we'll start moving these stacks away again to reduce attrition. And finally, the siege at Burgos is done too. So let's again split some of our troops away, because there's no point eating attrition when we don't need to. We're going to need these troops for later. Our vassal should really deal with their rebels at some point. I'm genuinely surprised Britain hasn't taken troops in there to go do it for me, but yeah, our vassal is being very, very dumb. Why do they have so many troops over here? Take them over and fix the problem. We're not going to siege out the knights. We don't need to. Some of our troops that are sitting at home, let's upgrade some of these ships. Yes, it's going to be really expensive, but obviously we have the money for it, so we should probably do it. It means more trade power, and it means they're a little bit better in combat. Obviously, light ships are not designed for that, but they can hang around a little bit longer. I'm okay with that. We're nearly at our cap on military power again. Let's go invest some. Development, go by efficiency. That's always fun when you see development of a quarter. Just beautiful. Anybody else not got a number that's round? Go do that. Why not? You can't. You're capped. You're capped. A lot of them are capped because you can't have more in one field than the other 2 added together. And it's very, very apparent during this game that I've had more military points than anything else. That's fine. I've used exactly every military point up, which is perfect. I'm really happy with that. And it will continue to increase our manpower limit, which is now 625,000. And our land force limit, which is nearly 700 at this point. Peasant revolt in Mush. I'm going to go help them with that because of where it's located. Armenia's been nice and is trying to go help us, so I'm going to go help them. Kabia, on the other hand, just needs to stop being dumb. That converted. I'm not even interested in taking this land off Spain. Like, they can keep it. I have no interest in that whatsoever. Newfoundland's losing some ships to Spain because the AI is stupid. This is part and parcel. We're only at 40% war score, but that includes their capital, so they're probably quite willing to peace out. They're not as willing as I thought they would be, but we're in no rush. We can sit on this war for a while. I just don't want to go overseas. At this point, though, we can invite Portugal in, because there's nothing for them to try and snipe from underneath me. The other thing I am going to do is I'm going to leave a general in this area in case they land troops. Because that would be a little bit annoying if somebody landed, they besieged it, and then another nation, i.e. Portugal, then came in and took it, because then I wouldn't be able to get it off them. That would be stinky. I'm looking forward to being able to claim hegemon, though. Can't do it yet because it'll anger all my allies, but eventually we're going to be able to, and it will be cool. We have some projects we can upgrade. What can we do here? Weird that Versailles... Yeah, this is the weird one where there's 2 of them. It's very, very peculiar. I mean, that does help with reducing revolts, so it's probably worth doing. What do you do more? More splendor? I mean, that's not terrible. Average monarch lifespan is an interesting choice, so I'll start doing it. Plus 5% might just only be a year, not even, but it's still useful to have. Russia declared war on Japan. Japan have no allies. They are in a world of hurt. We have another Splendor option. I mean, in this case, we're just going to do more damage with artillery. They should be in the back row. If you get them in the front row, you're doing something probably quite wrong. Bengal is at war against his spore, which is fine. They're going to absolutely crush face. We have particularists that are going to get stack wiped immediately. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for trying. You should probably move back. Yes, it's going to break your autonomous sieging, but there's nothing for you to autonomously siege right now, so that's fine. Did any of my troops move to stupid locations down in Africa? It doesn't look like it. That's nice of them. Sometimes they just go into Nowheresville when they're on auto siege, but no, they've been well behaved on this occasion. 85% religious unity. That's about the highest it's been in, what, like 200 game years? That's pretty good. Pretty neat. We are oh, please don't let the British take that province. I should have sieged this earlier and I completely forgot that France would be in, if I'm honest. Completely forgot. Completely forgot. Yeah, we have a claim on it, so I'd like to hope that Britain will be nice enough to not screw us on that, but only time will tell. I was so distracted dealing with Spain, I actually, yeah, 100% forgot about our buddies there. Didn't I already bring Portugal in? What just happened? Yeah, bring Portugal in. Might as well. If only to try and annoy Spain down in its colonial areas, because Portugal's here too. Hopefully Portugal has more land and forces than Spain do in that area. We'll see. South Africa they definitely do. Oh nice, Britain's helping my client state. Well, it was nice that somebody did it, and it's even nicer that I didn't have to do it, so I'm not going to complain. This siege is taking a hopelessly long time. I get it's a level 9 fort, but yikes. Ooh, Revolutionary 3 leagues. It's... That's something that's also quite interesting. So we can't declare right now because we're in a war with the Emperor. You know, the Emperor's on our side. But it is interesting that, again, because the 3 leagues are revolutionary, they might not have Poland join in for them. We'll have to see. Yeah, so we definitely have to take out Provence, Picardy. Fine. Brittany and Liège. Convenient that that belongs to Liège and not the Netherlands. If I can do this without having Poland join in afterwards, that will be absolutely perfect. Oh, there's a revolutionary Medina too. Neat. Very, very neat. Offense or defense? Oh, it's the loser stability event. That's gross. I hate losing stability. To such a degree, I'm tempted to just boost it up to +3 now, but it's really expensive. I still think it's worth doing, though. +3 just gives you just better everything. More stability, more money, more conversion speed. It's just so good. We're also up to our 40 ships at this point. We can get another 20 now, so let's start doing that. We're going to be up to 60 heavies. We're still going to be making, yep, 215. We're not making anywhere near as much as we were, but we're still making absolutely tons. New Providence. That's rude. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100 Making a handful of sailors and pocket change. Very rude. An army career. I don't really care if the burgers don't like it. I'll take some army tradition. I'm fine with that. Yeah, our coasts are being raided. It's very rude. Very rude. Oh, that would have been a really good event to get before I started building loads of ships, but it's fine. 51% war score. That'll tick up a little bit when the one French province is sieged out. But if it's not to England, I'm just going to... I'm fine with giving them a small amount of land for that. Yeah, it's given to us. I was going to say, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't given to us. I'm tempted to just piece them out immediately, if they'll do it. Yeah, they will. Thanks for playing. Thanks, France. We are not going to have you autonomously siege. You're going to sit there for now. Start sieging Alencon. I need it, so I might as well get it, get it straight away. 57% war score. What's going on in North America? Don't zoom in. There we go. Well, surprisingly little. Oh, Bavaria declared war. Oh, okay. Bavaria's gone to war with Saxony because of a succession. Awesome. If they start squabbling, that's only good news for me. I can't believe how badly Portugal and Britain are doing between the two of them against the Spanish colonies here. Why do you have such high liberty desire all of a sudden? Well, for now then, we're just going to disable divert trade. Yes, it'll cost us a little bit of money, but it means that our vassal or our client state is going to be way happier with us. Let's see how much money we lose. So we're at 217 before. 216 now, so I lost 1 plus whatever the cost of that advisor was, so probably like 9. What do we even want? Honestly, the discipline guy sounds about right. We'll get him up to +3. You want some military access? Sure. Yeah, we're slowly dealing with Spain's colonies. However, their Caribbean colony has a lot of troops. Like, bona fide, if it was independent, it would be a force to be reckoned with. They have thick end of 100,000 troops, and they're a colony, so they have to spend a lot of money to give to Spain, right? Up to 62% war score. Will they just give us what I want? Actually, what do I even want? Hard to give them, tell them to give me what I want, but I don't really know what I want. I guess it doesn't really matter, because I can't afford to core any of this anyway. If I do that, then that will reduce the odds of Portugal doing something gross and awful. It won't really tilt anything either. How much does it cost? Just out of curiosity. If I do this, that's 87% war score. I can't technically do that yet, although I'm not that far away. But if I do that, I will never have to deal with Spain again. So I'm tempted to make that happen. So we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to sit and play the waiting game. And oh my word, this episode is so long. We'll finish this war next episode. So hopefully you've enjoyed the bumper. It's been a pleasure as always. Hopefully you liked and subscribe to see some more. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.